For you to disrespect the mother of your child is a mental illness.
See, I knew when he kept getting her pregnant, like, he kept getting her pregnant. Her body was never like recovering. Like, she was in a constant state of like pregnancy, you know?
If she's struggling while being in a relationship with you, she's still single. Love is expensive. Having a woman in your life is going to cost you money.
I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I'm hurt, but I know I'll make it through. I'll try everything, yada. But I try everything, and in my heart, I love you. You will always be my best friend. But I have to choose myself, and I have to protect our babies.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in once again. Apparently there's this couple, I don't know if a lot of you know about Ben, but I've spoken one time about him and I held him in high regard because, what he was saying made a lot of sense. It sounded like a man who resonated with the pain of women and was very passionate to prove that there are good men out there. And he got us all fooled, that's all I can say. Because recently there has been videos all over the internet about his wife exposing him and exposing how he's been domestically violent. Apparently everything he's been showing us has been a facade. It's all been a joke. Let me let you all watch and we'll come back and talk about it.
I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I'm hurt, but I know I'll make it through. I'll try everything, yada. I'm here getting the rest of my stuff.
And if you were to never speak to Yada again, ever again, what would you tell him? What would be your last message?
That part's gonna make me cry. But I try everything, and in my heart, I love you. You will always be my best friend. But I have to choose myself, and I have to protect our babies. And I would much rather them have both parents alive than to one be in a hospital with something terminal or one of us not to be here. So I'm praying for you though. That's what I would say.
This is something she just posted a couple of days ago and it has gotten the internet talking. Can we even believe what people say anymore on the internet? Anyone can just set up a camera and portray anything they want us to believe. And guess a lot of us falling for it because, we don't live in their houses and sometimes we lack the resources to even second check, but we just take them for their words and believe that whatever they are portraying is how they live their lives. Because this is what this man, Yada, has been portraying.
She's raising children. She doesn't need a "what you doing" text message. She needs some money, some cash, a Zelle, a Cash App, some peace, some help. That's what she needs.
Women are expensive, but no man wants to have this conversation. Her peace costs, her softness costs, her patience costs. But we expect women to do everything for free. We want her to be soft and exhausted, overworked and affectionate. And we're still trying to figure out why our women don't respect us and why a lot of you men don't deserve wives or girlfriends or even children. Get yourself together.
For you to disrespect the mother of your child is a mental illness. This woman loved you enough to get pregnant, went through the pain of giving birth, had to suffer postpartum depression, and then you don't show up? It's a mental illness. It was fun when it was fun. Now that you have to have responsibilities, now that you have to provide, now that you have to worry about something more than you don't show up. It's a mental illness to look at a woman give birth, to see the pain she goes through and still betray her, still don't want to provide for her or show up. Man, y'all mentally sick. Ladies, leave them. I don't care if you're currently pregnant or married. If these men can watch you go through pain and still not show up, they hate you.
If she's struggling while being in a relationship with you, she's still single. Love is expensive. Having a woman in your life is going to cost you money. Her softness has to be maintained. Her patience has to be maintained. Her happiness has to be maintained. And a lot of these weaknesses, well, she's responsible for herself. Yes, when she's alone. But when you bring her into your life, you're now responsible for that woman. And a lot of you men expect these women to struggle with you to prove loyalty. Why would you want a woman to struggle with you, be submissive to you, lay with you, cook for you, clean for you, when you can't even maintain the basic needs that she needs? You men are sick. Ladies, stop allowing these men to date you when they're outside of your tax bracket. If you can take care of yourself better than that man can, he's not the one for you. Yada, what about his heart? If he truly loved you, he will get out his comfort zone to take care of you, to maintain you, to appreciate you and adore you, respect you and honor you. And if he's not financially providing for you, he's not a good man. Because a real man knows a woman cost.
Like, he made it his mission to deconstruct red pill content. He's always attacking red pill men, always showing us how he treats his wife like a queen, how he's such a good husband. I mean, this man literally said he pays his wife $250,000 just for being a stay-at-home wife, just for agreeing to be his wife and being his peace and being, his blessing. And then he also said he gives his wife $150,000 too, as an extra bonus for any time she gives birth to a child. And one striking thing about this man, like something, I don't know how I missed that, but somehow he just kept on getting her pregnant. Every year she was literally always pregnant, always conceiving a baby. And I tell you, like, that's one of the signs of abuse. When a man keeps on getting a woman pregnant, like, that's a man who enjoys seeing you struggle. That's a man who does not enjoy seeing his woman at rest or just being feminine and enjoying her life without carrying the burden of pregnancy. So like, that was a cue that I actually missed out. And I tell you, like I said, I agree, he got me fooled, because thank God, in one of the videos that I posted of him, I particularly mentioned that according to what he posts, according to how he portrays himself, because all my judgments were from exactly how he portrayed himself. There was no outlet to go verify if he was being truthful or anything. Like, for crying out loud, we can only believe what people say. But then we can only judge them when they contradict themselves or go against what they preach, right? But so far, he was consistent and he got a lot of us fooled. And now we're saying that it was all a charade. It was all a lie. So ladies, like, most of these men, they can't play the long game. They can't pretend. Let's take a look at some of the lifestyle that he was portraying.
I pay my wife $250,000 a year. She has a maid. She has a chef. She has a personal stylist. It's my job from the bottom of her feet to the top of her head to maintain her, because she is a gift from God. That $250,000 goes into an account that I have no access to, only her, but she has her name is on every bank account that I have and every business that I own. Why? Because again, this is my gift from God. And the way I treat her is me praising God and thanking God. They're not only doing this over there in the Middle East. We're doing this over here too. And there's good brothers that love to maintain their women. Why? Because my money is her money and her money is her money. Who said that to you, Yada? God. So if you ain't maintaining your woman, you don't have to do it $250,000, but it should be your job to maintain her. Me, I just like to do it big because my woman is a blessing. She's a big blessing. All praises. So if she gets sick, if she's tired, if she's hungry, she's still going to maintain her home and still have enough finances to know if she's disrespected, she can leave and start a business to maintain her and bring more wealth in if she chooses. It's an option for her to do something for me. She doesn't have to. It's not mandatory. But I got a good woman. So all I can say is, oh, praise due to the Most High. 250,000 ain't enough. Step your game up, brothers. Go hard, because the brothers in the Middle East making us look bad. Not over here.
I pay my wife $150,000 every time she gives birth. And I also prepare all her meals from scratch myself, making sure it's high in nutrition. Her hormones are balanced. She's in an environment of love, peace, without any forms of chaos. She has maids. She has everything a woman needs to become her best version. But I just love taking care of her myself, because that's something you cannot purchase. Look at my wife.
That's so good.
You know the food good when she starts to look tired like that. Oh, praises.
I still remember how I used to feel a little bit uncomfortable watching his content, because yes, I loved what he was trying to teach and I loved the man he portrayed himself to be, but I sort of had a problem. Like, it was kind of uncomfortable how he was always taking all the credit and showcasing everything, like every bit of every detail that he was doing for his wife, to everyone. For me, that was part of the reasons why I never would watch through all his videos. Yeah, I loved what he was doing. But me personally, putting myself in his wife's shoes, did I find it comfortable that he was always praising himself and, talking about what he does for his wife, everything he does, giving her no credit, giving her some credit, but mostly, showing off what he does. Like, to me, there was some tiny bit of uncomfortability. I'm not gonna lie. Because if you look through, you will see the display of ego is very glaring. And that's, to me, yes, I loved the fact that a woman was being treated right. But would I love it for my man to treat me right and showcase everything he does for me on the internet? Of course not. What I'm trying to say is we could actually see the ego, and that was the point, that was the part where a lot of us got fooled. Any man that is ruled by his ego always is fast to tell everyone what he does, how amazing he is, placing every focus on him. This man literally tells the world and shows the world his wife's closet. All the things, all the new bags, all the new shoes, new clothes he buys for her and all of that. Like unnecessary things. But, those things were the little tiny details that a lot of us missed out. This was a man ruled by his ego. And that was not genuine. For some people that were very observant, people clocked him a long time ago. They could spot how ingenuine he was. And one thing I would not fail to point out is how his wife covered up for so long. How she played along because, she bought into his fantasy and was just playing along when you actually knew that what he was saying was not what the situation at home was. So somehow she actually enabled his behavior and was benefiting from it for such a long time because I heard he makes money off the internet. And here's the thing, so many women still think they are above the program. They think they can change a man. They think if they stay long enough, he may just change or she might change him. He might later see her worth and all of that. Like, she literally enables this behavior because she stayed with him for 8 years. Meaning he's been abusive for at least, even if he wasn't abusive the first year, at least the second year. If you meet an abusive man, from his tone and from how he relates with you, you would know he's abusive. You would see those traits of abuse. Like from the way he would talk to you, you would already see the traces of abuse. So excusing his behavior and not, calling him out, playing into the social media power couple, perfect husband, soft feminine wife, spiritual couple, and that was her enabling the behavior. And it got to a point where she couldn't take it anymore. But she's been enjoying this for a long time. Was enjoying the benefits, and I don't know, if a man shows you who he is from the get-go, believe him. Don't ever think you can be the exception or you think he can change for you or something. I'm telling you, this was a hot bomb. It hits the internet like a bomb and people are reacting to it.
My baby happy.
How can I not be happy, baby? I'm blessed to have a woman like you.
Oh.
You my secret weapon. For real, you my secret weapon, baby. Let me help you with this.
What? To be honest with you, I'm speechless. My heart hurts a little bit because I would take his videos and repost them. But I kind of knew after Derek Jackson, we just can't trust these men no more. Read her post. She said, business, babies, and bruises. And now I'm going back and I'm looking at his videos and I'm like, damn, sis was getting her teeth knocked out. And black eyes? Listen, I don't know about y'all, but fuck this internet shit. All of this shit is fake. It's all fake. I kind of knew something was up with bro, but I gave him the benefit. I was like, you know what? Bro, he cool. You know what I'm saying? She, we peeped her in the background. She always was cool. I knew it. I fucking knew it. You giving sis black eyes? and knocking her teeth out, bro. We can't trust none of these niggas. For real. This is just, and it's not, you know what? And it's not that we've all been fooled. Like, right? The wool's been pulled over our eyes. It's not even about that. It's like, as a culture, for our people, like, this the kind of stuff y'all do. Y'all men come on the internet and y'all floss and y'all like, and you giving your wife black eyes and busting her teeth out.
I have been telling y'all for years that man in all his performative ways was an abuser. Behind closed doors, I always knew that he was not treating that lady and that the brand that they were selling to the general public was a facade. Because when men have all of that performative talk and you see their woman just humbly and quiet in the background, and you always see them with new babies, that is always a very, very good indicator to me that the man is an abuser. Let me elaborate on it, because a lot of y'all really don't understand. When a man really loves you, he's a little more selfish with his seed. The reason why is because any man that is of conscious sense, that is genuinely in love with you and genuinely enjoys his life with you, he knows that the more kids that you have, the less attention you're able to give him. The more stress you're putting your body through, the more hormonal and physical changes that you're going to be going through. And he will respect you enough to not do that to you every time you turn around. The kinds that want to see you physically that weak, emotionally that weak, hormonally vulnerable, and physically, financially, all of that's vulnerable, is not a man that respects your body, your time, who you are as a woman at all.
If you do not call out abusers, they are going to simply rebrand and pretend that they did nothing. That Yada dude, Yada Awakening, I knew he was an abuser and I spoke about it because as he sat with a camera in his wife's face and he was talking about, look at my woman eating fruits. You gotta take care of your woman. You gotta cater to your woman. You gotta roll out a red carpet full of roses for your woman. Like, while he was recording her, I was like, this is a happy woman to y'all? Like, she looks like a happy, well-kept, well-nurtured woman to y'all. It's like nobody else saw it, and I was confused because it was so obvious. But then again, I am a reader, but that's besides the point. I need women especially to see through the bullshit. He was constantly pandering to women and telling men what they needed to be, how they needed to be in order to take care of their woman, and that man was beating the hell out of that woman. And the reason why I say you have to call abusers the first time, or else they'll just rebrand, is he already had DV cases against him. He already was outed as being an abuser, and because he was talking about some fruits and vegetables and ways to cleanse your blood, regurgitated information, he ended up getting a platform, making millions, living like a millionaire, and beating the hell out of his wife. I'm praying for that woman's healing. I'm praying for her children. And let this be an unfortunate lesson to women.
See, I knew when he kept getting her pregnant, like, he kept getting her pregnant. Her body was never like recovering. Like, she was in a constant state of like pregnancy, you know, and that was his way just of trapping her in. You know what I mean? You know, as a man, you don't want to keep getting your woman just pregnant, you know, because it takes a lot on her body, but also it takes a lot of time away from the relationship itself. And also, she was always alone. They was always alone. They was never like with family, with other family members and stuff like that. So he just kind of like got her pregnant and kept her pregnant to trap her in, like had her around, didn't have her around family and stuff like that. See, that's signs of someone that can be possibly abusive, because they go after family. You know what I mean? They take you away from family. So black people in general, we don't raise children alone. Like, traditionally, we don't raise children alone. We raise them like in a community. So I knew when he was isolating her, it was going to be something. I knew it was going to be something. Like, you don't want to, as a man, getting your woman just pregnant over and over and over and over again. Like, nah, man, that puts the body in a state of just unrest. You know what I mean? Just constant postpartum. You know what I mean? And she have nobody else. It's like she don't have a village. You feel me? So y'all women got to watch out for men like that. That's constantly pandering and getting you pregnant to trap you in. Like, watch out for men like that.
Honestly, my heart is broken for this lady. I thought personally that he was one of the good ones. He portrayed himself as this Mr. Nice Guy, good husband. He literally just gave us a show. It was all a show for him. And it was all business for him. I personally do not have all the details about his family, but from what people are saying, people that have followed them closely, because personally I've only seen snippets of his, talks, some of his videos. I've not really analyzed or, watched his family content. I don't even follow them. But from the little snippets I watched, I honestly thought he was one of the good ones. I thought he got it. I thought he understood women, and he was a man raised right by his mom. But this goes a long way to tell us, like, don't believe everything you see on the internet. Don't believe a man for his words. He may just be saying everything you want to hear. Apparently, they actually know what women want to hear. They know what we want to hear. They know what it takes to be a good man. And they can just display that and be performative. And some of us may just fall for that, believing what they say. So these men know what they're doing. They know what is right from wrong. And we need to learn from this story. It is not enough that a man is just simply talking, doing the right things for a few days, a few months, and all of that. Your discernment also has to be really, really sharp, and you need to see people for who they are. You need to test people. I always say this, like, this kind of people, they are easy to spot. Stay in the same environment as they, and you know if his actions match his words. It's not enough for a man to tell you that he's going to do this for you. He's going to treat you like a queen. He's going to do that. Like, I know 100% for sure that his wife already knew from the early stages of their marriage or dating the kind of man she was getting herself involved with. But she probably was carried away by, the money, the charade, his sweet mouth, and all of that, or something. Or she herself was probably desperate, or because I heard she was a single mom, but that does not take away your worth as a woman, of course. But so many women lose their self-confidence, their self-esteem when they become single moms. All liable to fall for, any type of man that comes with a good offer from the beginning. So, this is a big lesson to us. We should never think we're above the program, and we should never think that a man can change. You cannot change a man who's already grown, a grown-ass man. And I heard that he already previously has a case with his ex, whom he abused in the past. I'm sure his wife heard that. You hear that another woman left a man because he was abusive, and you would be thinking you're going to be the exception. You think you can change him, or he does it the first time, or he abuses you the first time, or even verbally abuses you the first time, and you may think it would not resort to physical abuse, or you think you can change him. Like, things don't work that way. You're not a psychologist, you're not his mom. It's not your job to raise a grown-up man. It is not your job. You can't even change a man. So once you spot abuse, once you see that a man is abusive, either emotionally, physically, verbally, you have to stay clear from that man. It doesn't matter how much you've invested. The earlier you leave, even if you've been tricked into marrying him, the earlier you leave, the better for you. Yeah, and the last thing I would want to say is we should not trust things that people say on the internet. We should learn to not trust people verbatim for what they say on the internet. Most men come out and they advocate for women. They say all the things we want to hear. They talk very nicely about feminism, and a lot of us believe them, thinking that's actually what they are. But most of them are actually liars. Most of them just want to make money off just saying things that they know women would love to hear. Most of them do not practice these things. Most of them are low-key misogynists, hiding behind those cameras. So we should not fall for people's words. Men can be deceitful. Anyways, I'd love to hear what you all think. Kindly drop your comments down below in the comment section. As we come to the end of this video, don't forget to like this video if you found it insightful or entertaining or interesting. And don't forget to share to anyone you think might be interested in watching. I remain your girl Joy, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a blessed day. Bye.